Hello everybody, it's your boy Muse, and first things first, I want to apologize. I should have made this before the patch dropped, but we are here now. So let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, so as you see here, we have 9 characters, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 characters, ha 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 ha. Anyways, we need to know who is the must pull, who can save my account, and who can brick my account. Alright, so first things first, we have Finan. Finan is a DPS. Now, when it comes to DPSs, I feel like DPSs are the easiest to skip because you don't need that many. You really just need 2 that can clear endgame and you're good to go, right? So when it comes to DPSs, I say if you need the coverage, and by the coverage I mean, do you need AoE, blast? Do you need their typing? If you need the coverage, go for that DPS. Otherwise, I would say it's a skip. Same with Saber. I'm putting Saber up ahead. No, I will put Finan up ahead because you can chase his Eidolons, while Saber, you can chase her Eidolons for a short period of time, right? Saber, if you need the AoE coverage, she says she's destruction, but she's really erudition. If you need the wind coverage, if you need the AoE coverage, and she's an ult blasting machine, I would say she's a good pull. In fact, if they did not give me Archer for free, I would be pulling for Saber and a couple Eidolons. When it comes to Archer, we're getting him for free. Now, you could go for Eidolons. However, when I looked at his Eidolons, so his first one, right? It gives us 2 extra SP if you do your 3rd skill attack. And the thing is, if you have Sparkle, this is a non-issue, right? So, it'd be better to just get more Eidolons on your Sparkle than it would be to get more Eidolons on him for that case, right? Then his second Eidolon is essentially a Silver Wolf in an Eidolon, right? Now, this is great if you want Archer to implant weaknesses. However, my problem with implanting weaknesses with Archer is he'll implant a weakness on one character and give 20% res down, right? Quantum res down. It doesn't feel right. I feel like an Eidolon on a DPS should be increasing your damage or increasing your chances at doing more damage. Now, E1 low-key just helps you get to 5 skills attack pretty easily. However, like I said, if you have Sparkle, getting 5 skills up should be a non-issue. And then, if you have a Silver Wolf, or if you just go up against quantum weak enemies and you use other teams whenever it's a non-quantum weak enemy, the E2 is pointless too. So I don't feel like his Eidolons are worth. However, I will keep him in Eidolons because I don't feel like he's a brick. However, I will say Sparkle is a better Eidolon chaser than Archer, because if you chase Sparkle's Eidolons for E1 is going to give 40% up to the team with the Cypher ability through her burst. Her E2 gives Defense Shred about 24%, once again through the Cypher ability. Oh wait, I think it just gives everybody. I know it gives it to everyone, I just don't know, I just can't remember if it's because of Cypher. And then her E4 essentially gives her an extra SP per burst while giving her an extra slot for SP, which helps Archer. So I honestly say if you're gonna beef up your Archer, just beef up your Sparkle. And then her E6 is useful because the crit damage that she gives to one character now can be given to everyone through Cypher. People sleep on her, but I do understand why you don't want to really pull for her, why she's not in the valid category is because she's very niche. She only truly has 2 DPSs that wants her. So I cannot put her in a valid pull, even though I myself pulled for a E2 Sparkle the other day. Next we have Treeby. Treeby is a funny character, right? Because I want to say Treeby's a must pull, especially at E1. I want to say you should be chasing for a E1 Treeby if you do not already have Ruan Mei at E2, right? If you're a new player, Treeby should be your Ruan Mei chase. Treeby is the new Ruan Mei. Everyone's gonna tell you, oh, it's Sunday, but Sunday's really hyper carry. And I promise you, there's gonna be another energy unit that gives buffs and all that is gonna be way better than Sunday. Don't do it to yourself. Treeby is the must pull. I will say Sunday is valid, but Treeby is the must pull. Next, we have Firefly. If you have a Firefly, you should be getting the Eidolons. I know people are like, oh, vertical investment, not good, not good. Just keep getting new characters. No. Listen, if you have a team, if you already have characters ready to go, you need to be buffing them up. Unless they are version 1 characters, that you need to let those guys go. But as of right now, there was a point in time that version 3 was kind of kicking my teeth in, right? However, when I got E2 Ruan Mei during anniversary, oh, Firefly, she's kind of back. She could do a little more. Then I got E2 Fugue, I believe, an update ago, and it's like, oh, okay. Okay, Firefly is still in this game. She can still clear endgame. So if I could just get me E1 Firefly or E2 Firefly, she's gonna be fine. She's still gonna perform. And Firefly is a Stellaron hunter. Look what they just did to the Stellaron hunters. They gave all of them except Firefly some buffs. And Firefly got a skin. So you know they're not just gonna sleep on Firefly. She's still relevant to the plot, maybe, one day, who knows. And she is a favorite, so you know if Firefly ever truly falls a little too low to the ground, they're gonna buff her. So yeah, I say go ahead, grab that E1, grab that E2, and I kind of have a theory that 4.x is gonna be the return of Break. Next, we have Jing Liu. I don't know why I want to keep calling her Serval. We have Jing Liu, and I'm sorry. No, that's a brick. She's a brick! That's a brick. I can't even tell you to go get Eidolons. I mean, if you have her, you love her, you want to E6 her, do it. If you feel like you're going to play her alongside Casterus, do it. But honestly, brick, I would say to grab more Blade Eidolons than Jing Liu. The only reason I want to throw Blade and Brick is because you can lose your 50-50 to him. So why would you chase him? That's the only reason I want to throw him in Brick. But I also feel like he's a better investment than Jing Liu. You know what? Fine. He's still a brick, because come on, you could just lose your 50-50. Why are you pulling for this man? She's a brick! Why are you doing that? Imagine pulling for this man and not knowing you lost your 50-50. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Stop doing that. So yeah, I would include the 4 stars in this, but we don't care. I want to say this should be the tier list. I almost want to say, you know what? Let's switch coverage and valid, because I want to say valid is a stronger case for pulling than coverage. Coverage is more like, oh, if you're missing this, get it. But valid is like, I understand why you would want to pull this. And it's a good pull. It's a great pull for your account. So yeah, we're gonna swap that. Thanks for watching, everybody. You know what? You know what's funny? All these 4 characters, which I definitely agreed, they would be worth chasing. If it wasn't for Archer, bro, if it wasn't for Archer, I would have grabbed me a Treeby. I would definitely grab me 2 Treebies and a Saber. But no, Archer came for free. I cannot let free food die in my account. So, and plus, I always wanted an excuse to pull Sparkle. I got her. I'm happy. And I know my account is still going to be great anyways. That's enough of me, everybody. Thanks for watching. I don't get too many visitors, so I appreciate the people who show up. Hopefully this helped you along your journey of who should I pull. Or, screw everybody on this list. E6, your preservation march. Good night, everyone.
See you later, too.